cash-busting Visa debit card from Halifax. The people who give you extra. If using card overseas,
right, I'm on my way to last stop at day now. So I'm on my way to Mick Wales gym in Mexborough. I don't normally film while I'm driving, but as Dennis would say, oh, that ego's getting too big now, that's been on the internet, got a few views. No, it just saves me doing it later because I have other things to do, but I just want to have a little check on these, see if they're doing as they're told, because it's 5:45. Let's see if the troops are still grafting. And I'm going to mix to give some exposure to a young lad, is it Georgie Botham? One of Mick's fighters. He's had an handful of fights as a novice, and I'm a firm believer that if you've got a camera and you can give these young boxers exposure, good on you. I could quite easily whip the camera out as many times as I want when I go to Peter Fury's gym 2 times a week, but don't bother me. Oh, we're wrong about him, eh? It shows you, doesn't it? I think I'm fucking paranoid, aren't I? You've got to give people exposure if you've got a camera. Get the names out there, these young kids, because they're going to be on ticket deals, aren't they, for years, aren't they, till somebody gets to know them. Now, your big people, your IFLs, your behind the gloves, your fight hypes, all they want to do is go see Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, Dillian White, Tony Bellew, Billy Joe Saunders. They just want them lot because they're going to get you your views, aren't they? I know what goes on with views and that, because I see people come to press conferences and they hang around certain people that I know, and then they don't interview anybody else. Now I don't like interviewing people, I don't like it at all. I'd rather give an opinion. Look at that, driving with no hands, is that good? It's not good, is it? I'd rather give an opinion. That's what I'd rather do, give an opinion. And then you're talking on your own. When you're talking on interviews, sometimes you can overanalyze it. Like I did an interview with Anthony Tomlinson, and he wanted me to ask certain questions, and then we had to go over it and rehearse it and all that. I thought, what's all that about? And before you know where you are, it just looks rehearsed. I know Anthony wanted it to sound good and that, but it's all rehearsed, innit? And that's not me, that. The next time I interview Anthony, I'll just ask him off at cuff, because I try to keep it real. If you go look on that interview with Anthony Tomlinson on my one of my earlier interviews, you could tell I was reading off a sheet of paper. It's not me, that. I know everything has to be done right and people want a certain image, but I'm off at cuff. When Rico edits stuff out of this, I blow my gasket because I want it to be off cuff. Even if I pull up in a petrol station and put petrol in, I'm still going to talk while I'm putting petrol in, go in and pay for it. I'll try and keep it rolling. This is what I'm going to try to do today. I've been having a chat with a guy who used to work for a TV company years ago. He only had a small job, but he was telling me a few little tips and that. Now, I'm not the best cameraman in the world, and I'm also not the best interviewer, but you know, it's just one of them things, isn't it? But we're now entering the posh parts of Mexborough. Good God, you wouldn't think it, would you? Right? But yeah, I'll just try and keep. If you can keep it real and just be yourself, how could you go wrong? If you just give your opinion and you're not trying to fool anybody, then are you? I mean, too many of them on here, they're trying to fool people, aren't they? They don't ask the right questions. God, if I had Eddie Hearn in this car now and a cameraman in back, I'd just press that button and lock him in. He'd be knackered, wouldn't he? He'd be knackered. He won't be able to to get away from me, would he? I'd terrorise him, wouldn't I? Terrorise him with questions like, for instance, Eddie Hearn. You're saying Thomas Adamek, who's 42-year-old soon, he is the second choice for Miller. Now Adamek's a career light heavyweight. Miller's a 320-pound guy. So Adamek, he might get a ring at 220. So he's giving away 95 to 100 pound, isn't he? What's that? 7.5 stone? 6, 7 stone? Now, Adamek's a second choice, but it's not like they can't find anybody else for Miller, is it? Because they want to give Miller a win. They don't want to put him in a 50-50, he's got to have a win. So why? Why? Don't they find him somebody else? They've got 2 months till fight. Heavyweights don't have to make weight. I could point him in the right direction now, and there's a couple of people I know could have a couple of fighters that would fight Miller. Now I've heard Joe Joyce will take the fight in a heartbeat because he wants to get the ranking, Joe, doesn't he? He don't want to have 10 fights to get the ranking. He wants to have 1. Nah, they're not going to go near Joe Joyce, are they? Because that's an hard fight. And Miller don't want to be in a 50-50, does he? Because to me, I don't think he's that good. But Eddie Hearn's building him up into, putting him into that Chisora, Dillian White bracket just below Joshua Wilder, and that's the bracket he's putting him in. But gone wrong way now. Fucking hell, if you can reverse it, can you? Oh fuck it, I'll spin round. What? Oh fuck it. Yeah, I'll have to go round, all the way round. Bastard. But no, I don't think that I don't think he's that good, Miller, to be honest. I don't think he's that good at all. So I like this song. Fucking sold that. Now he's I don't rate him that good. I don't rate Miller. But as I said, cheers love. I want to give these kids in this gym some exposure because IFL and all them, they're not bothered, are they? They don't get no exposure. I don't see many of them at Steffi's getting exposure. People like, go on then. People aren't bothered, are they, about fighters at this end at Woods? Michelle Phelps can go up here 15 mile away to Brendan Ingles' gym, but she can't call down here, can she, to these gyms down here? Steffi Bulls, Josh Wales. Hey, what's that tell you? Because these lads down here are not going to go do the views, are they? Because nobody knows them. Him trying to race me. So it's one of them things, isn't it? Oh, perfect. One thing about these, you're going to go up curbs on them, it don't bother you, does it? If I were in mine now, I'd be squealing like a pig. But yeah, they're not bothered, are they, about coming to see all the lads around here. Now I am like, I'm not doing it because I'm an arse or anything like that. I do it for love of sport. Now, there's kids in here that are probably not going to make it. But if I can come here with my camera and sort of gives them a boost, doesn't it? So I know when I walk in there, they might put a bit of mustard on the shots when they see Porky walking in with camera. Because I know I would, if I were on bag, I'd start putting a little bit extra on shots. It's like when Alex Ferguson turns, but training, they all sprint that little bit faster, don't they? Not that I know anything about boxing, but that's just how I see it. So I'm knackered today, man. Ah. Right, here we go. I'm going to take the tripod off. Does that come off? Figure it out. There we are. Take the tripod off. And we're away, aren't we? Get the keys. I think that's it, innit? Well, battery on. Going to the gym. Are you going in here? You going in here, love? Oh, you must have your headphones on, have you? Hey, that's a typical Mextra chick. That's why I don't drink in Mextra. There you go. I think that's known as a BBW. What do you reckon? The old BBW? Unless she's been with Dave Allen. Right. Oh, knock it off, yeah. Well, we've arrived at Mickey's Athletic. This is the famous place. The father of Josh Wale and Dempsey Wale. This is part 2 from the other day. There we go. Alright mate, how are you doing? You alright?
Yeah, you.
Nice to see you, kid.
Hi. Want to say on pal?
Yeah, alright. So, how are you keeping, Josh?
Yeah, all good pal, yeah, all good.
What are you doing with?
So, it's amateur night tonight, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're in here changing kids like this is what we do. We're a boxing club. Youngest is Dylan, down there, 12-year-old, and there's old 20-odd-year-old. We come all the way through. We're open 52 weeks a year. Don't matter if we've got 20. Yeah, it don't matter if we've got 20 in or 2 in. We're always open. The pay subs like the pay subscription to keep us going, and we're all volunteers. There's me and my dad, Mark Botham, Sean Eastwood, Leslie Riley is the club official, and we all do it together, pal.
It's in that because there's no money in it.
Yeah.
People think that people have got loads of money if they've got boxing gyms, right? It's just something for the community.
End of the day, Russ, amateur boxing is a sport, professional boxing is business.
Some men go out boozing, some train fighters on
Yeah, that's all it is, pal. And that old saying I used to think, what do they mean amateur boxing is a sport and professional boxing is a business? And obviously now, I know it's that.
There's no money in it.
No, pal. End of the day, everybody who's in here is because we all love boxing, and that's what it's about. Yeah, and like you've done, pal, with that KO official and doing stuff like that. That's what keeps us running, pal. We're a part of the community. I think councillors, whoever, there should be more clubs like this. They know youth clubs are. There's no way for kids to go down here. You know what I mean? Especially in areas like I'm from Brampton. We're here in Mexborough. They're rough areas. You know what I mean? There's some bad stuff going on. Yeah. There's some bad stuff going on, and it's really bad, pal.
You can get 10 kids off at the street.
Yeah, change your life. My dad's run gyms for the last 25 years. Through his illness, and he had to shut gym. That was one of the first things I said to him. When I get money behind me, Dad, I'm going to set it back up. And I do it now for my dad's name, and that's what it's all about, pal. Because that sort of impact he had on kids. People stopped my dad who he trained 20 years ago. They've got kids in here. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's respect, pal, isn't it? You know, it's respect. And obviously when I've done boxing, I'll go into training and managing. That's what I want to do all my life. Revolve around boxing, really. I've got 3 young kids at home. I could be spending time with them instead of being here, but my wife knows boxing's my life. Like you said, some people are good at pubs, some people do whatever. I do boxing, and that's it, man. Yeah.
You do good in community jobs. I like all that.
Yeah.
A bit of a turn away myself back in the day.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just think, what's it all about, man?
Yeah. Sometimes, Paul, you can be money. It's alright being money driving. You know, looking for money all the time. Sometimes the best things in life don't revolve around money, pal. And if you love something and you like doing something, then do it, mate. That's all you do. And when you train a kid, some kids are in here and they're ready to box after 3 months. Some kids it takes them to fin 12 months. But yeah, for penny to drop. But when you get a kid and don't mind if they're doing a skills bout or boxing for a national final, if you train that kid to do that, satisfaction you get from that, it's unreal. You know, it's like winning British title all over again, seeing a kid. We've got kids in here who've been bullied at school, had trouble at school, you know what I mean? There's all kind of kids in here, from every walk of life.
Probation officer, aren't you?
Yeah, from every, that's what you are, pal. You're unofficial, you know, that's what you're doing. But some kids in here, they come and they tell you about the problems, and you try and help them out. And yeah. I mean, some parents will tell you, change these kids' lives. You know what I mean? That's what it's about.
Discipline, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's what boxing can do. I think a lot of sports clubs and stuff like that should have more money behind them, pal, to get as good. Because at the end of the day, like you say, if it changes 10 kids' lives, it's done something good, hasn't it? That's what it's all about. So we go all the way through here from the amateurs. All the way through professional, all the way to pro pal.
Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 5:30 till 7 o'clock. And we also do a keep fit class from 7 till 8 for people who don't want to box, just want to come and keep fit.
So that's it for kids if you want to?
Yeah, it's £4, pal. £4 a session. Yeah, a session. Yeah. So they come and train.
Rather than spend £4 on booze or a packet of fight.
Well, yeah, that's it, pal. That's what it's all about. And it's not. And everything's done right in here. Yeah. We're affiliated to England boxing, you know, like Olympic boxing, if you like. There's only two ways of boxing: amateur boxing through England boxing, and professional boxing through Board of Control. You know, everything's done right, and all the affiliation and right here. So. And we train from amateurs all the way through to professionals. Obviously, professionals, you've got myself, you've got Brad, you've got my brother Dempsey who's going pro. You've got
middleweight, you're Dempsey.
Yeah. You've got Sergio Bommel, former Olympian from Cameroon. Yeah, he's boxing for the Centenary title. We've got young Georgie Bonham, Brad's brother, he's going in championships in September. We've got a load of kids coming through, like, so yeah. If you want to have a word with Brad and them. Here's Brad and Dempsey if you want to chat with them. See us out.
You want to come round here? Yeah. I'll get you over here. It's not lighted like I've got Dempsey Wale. He's going to tell all the Dempsey.
I'm 22.
22, you're turning pro soon, aren't you?
I am, yeah, I'm turning pro. Hopefully in September, yeah. Yeah, hopefully making debut in November.
Light middleweight?
Got light middleweight, yeah.
And your name is
Brad, both of them, yeah.
How old are you, Brad?
23.
You're already a pro, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
What's the record?
1-5, lost 5, drawn 1.
5-5 and 1.
5-5 and 1, yeah.
It's all players beginning to click with you though now, isn't it?
Yeah, mate, yeah. Good fight on 1st September, good 8-rounder.
And what got you into boxing then, Brad?
It was, weren't it?
Yeah.
His dad's.
Go back over there,
Yeah.
Get a better. That's perfect, go on, mate.
My dad's good mates with Dempsey's dad, and my dad took me down to the gym one day, and I've just stayed there since.
You like it, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Come with him 3 times a week?
Every day.
We're having work to be given as well.
That's alright, So you come 3 times a week,
Yeah.
you love it, do you do runs in the morning?
Yeah, mate.
He's an hard trainer, Brad.
Yeah, train 6 days a week.
Where are you from then, Brad? Barnsley?
West Melton. But Barnes, yeah.
Barnsley, yeah. What do your parents think to you? Are they happy?
Yeah, sportive, yeah.
It's easy discipline, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you drink or smoke?
No.
You don't party pop?
No, never.
That's brilliant then. If you learn off this gentleman here, you'll be brilliant.
Yeah, Brad's dad's a coach at our gym, his secretary. My dad's lifelong mate, like we're like a family in here, pal. My dad's known Brad since he's been born, like, and him and my dad's good mates. His dad's a boxing man, so he's a good lad, Brad. He's got a good job at WebTech. He works as a train engineer, so yeah. And he's boxing 1st September. against Joe Ducker, then we look at a central area title or something like that, and then move on from there.
What's been your hardest fight so far then, Ben Harvey?
Probably after Robbie Barrett.
Yeah,
he went to win British title.
Yeah. Well, you were getting experience for that.
Yeah, we're only 5th fight and it went from a 4-round.
How many had Robbie had?
He had a few, and
a few more than me.
How many rounds did it go?
10 rounds, that was 10 rounds, yeah.
You've been 10 rounds with British champion then? Well, that's good.
I mean, Brad's done it, he's been away from home and he's been away from home up to Scotland, he's won up there. You've got to knock him out to get a draw in Scotland, so he did well to get he's been away at Sheffield, won by knockout. He's a good lad, you know what I mean, and he'll achieve in boxing. He works hard, there's no, you know what I mean, he works, trains, he's got an house now with that last. That's him, pal, and he's a good young man.
That's brilliant. Now we'll move on to young Dempsey. How are you doing, Dempsey?
I'm good, pal, yourself?
Alright, mate.
Yeah, I'm good.
So who do you take after, Gwyn or Josh?
My dad's always said I'm a bit of a mixture of both, which is a good thing. Yeah.
You've got the skills of your Josh.
I like to think so, yeah, I like to think so.
Have you done any amateur stuff?
I've only had 2 amateur fights.
2?
Yeah, I've only had 2.
Obviously you've been around it all your life.
That's it, yeah.
You've been training 20 years.
That's it, yeah.
He's only Wale was undefeated. 2-1-2.
2-1-2 in the amateur, yeah.
That's all because you've been matched hard, haven't you?
Well, I had to box in Southampton for my first and then, Cleethorpes first and Southampton for the second one. So there were just nobody willing to fight in this area.
What's the hardest sparring you've had then, you said, sir?
I had a decent spar with Serge on Monday. That were Serge, yeah, that were a good one to get back in.
Mental, he's like a tree trunk, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a fit kid as well, Serge. He's strong.
So Dempsey, look at going pro now. He's
that's it.
Just graduated from university.
That's it. I've just finished uni, so hard training's just beginning now. I've been looking for harder spars and stuff.
My dad told him he had to get his degree if he wanted to go pro, and he'll do well, pal. He wants to do it. I don't want him to do it. He's looking at applying for it.
Yeah, I've only finished uni 4 or 5 weeks ago, so I've been trying to get things into motion. I've been moving back into it. Well, hopefully so, yeah. I've just been trying to get myself back in shape over the past few weeks. I had a lot of weight to lose, but it's dropping off easy.
His brain's out it, so...
Yeah. The kid who got the award at the university?
I am, yeah. I've got a BSc Honours in sport exercise.
So you're going to be like Nathan Cleverly of Barnsley?
Well, yeah, maybe so, yeah. Hopefully I achieve that much, yeah, definitely.
It'd be nice to be a few clip behind you, mate.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So he's going to look at getting his professional licence soon, then off we go.
Right, if you get in shape and that for November, you could have a debut on one of your on the show or yours.
Well, that's planned, pal. Yeah, that's planned.
That's good in Barnsley.
Well, hopefully, yeah. If not, then looking at November time around there. So
yeah, that's brilliant.
But I think I will definitely be more than ready for then.
You could get local lads on the show, couldn't you?
Well, there'd be something to. Yeah. Funny, when I had my 2 first amateur fights, me and Brad boxed on the same shows both times. So obviously, Southampton and Cleethorpes we boxed on the same one. So it'd be good to have my debut or second fight on the same show as Brad. But yeah. I'll be definitely making my debut this year.
That's brilliant. That's good news. I'm looking forward to it. You'll get a bit of publicity, obviously, because you've got some brother.
Yeah. I'm
training him out.
It's not only stuff like that, but Josh is a great mentor. He's a great role model.
He's going to tell you all. He'll know what to do.
He knows everything.
I've seen it all, Josh.
Exactly, that's it. He's been through every hard road there is to go through and made it through.
And it's not just the boxing; it's the outside doing as well.
That's it, pal. He's a brilliant role model, in and outside, like you say. He does stuff for everybody. He's a really nice kid.
Yeah, he's a good kid, though.
All I need to do is follow in his footsteps.
I'm going. I like his confidence too much. Well, he knows.
Who else?
Just film like that. Yeah.
Thank you, pal. Cheers, pal.
Joined by Kyle Keller and Josh Wales, trainer. How are you doing, Kyle?
I'm really good, yeah.
How long have you been boxing then?
Well, we've been great, you know what I mean? I started boxing while about 8 years old, and then, you know what I mean, I just do it for, just have myself, like, off bully, all that. And then, for a couple of years, I saw people start feeling bossy me. And I thought I want to do that as well, so.
He's a good lad, Kyle. He's coming and he's settled into our. My dad really likes him. He's got a bit of a soft spot for him, and he comes, he trains hard, and he's winning championships in September, and he does everything we ask him. He's a lovely fight kid. He's had trouble with his hearing. He's overcome everything like that. He's a role model because there's a lot of you are pal, because I mean a lot of people with hearing and stuff like that. He's boxing, he's doing right well, so he should be proud of himself.
That's brilliant, man. Are you enjoying it, Kyle?
Oh, I love it, family. Boss is my life.
What do your parents think to you coming in? Are they happy in that, yeah? Are your parents happy that you're coming in?
Yeah.
What do you do in day then when you're not here?
Well, I mean, my spare time, I mean, if I'm not big here, I cook food or do training, 2 hours, and then also good college. Yeah. Take the time. I don't do much, but
that's brilliant. You look like you enjoy it. Right. Well, listen, all the best then, Kyle. You take care, mate. Cheers, mate. Mate, I'm joined by young Georgie Bolden, Brad's little brother, innit?
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Good call, you.
How old are you, Georgie, now? 20. Yeah. So I'm hearing that you are making big noises at your weight. I heard about you when I worked in the Dennis Hobson. Yeah. You're supposed to be the next big thing around here, aren't you? Is that right? Is that right, Josh?
Yeah, he's a really good lad.
This is the kid you're going to see in interviews, isn't it?
Yeah, he's really talented. He's really quiet, and he's just coming out of his head now. He's really like I won't say a bit shy. He like as he's growing up, his confidence is growing more, and that's showing more in his performances. He can match it with them all, but he's coming out of his head more now. Some kids come at different stages in like when George is still a very young 20-year-old. So he'll probably have a couple more years in amateurs, then look at turning pro, and he can go on and achieve big things at flyweight, bantamweight division, you know what I mean? And really good southpaw ball.
When are you turning pro then, Georgie?
Whenever I'm ready, innit?
Yeah. Is he not ready yet to go pro?
No, he's ready to go pro now, but
by the time.
Yeah. When he's when we're all happy and he's achieved what he wanted to do as an amateur. There's still a lot more for him to go do as an amateur at the minute. You know, he's going to championships in September, and we'll see where we go from there, pal. He's got all the skills well. He's been with us since he's been about it, and yeah, he'll do well, pal.
Have you got a girlfriend, Georgie?
No.
Yeah. Do you drink or smoke? No. You don't party pop? No?
I'm not asked about it.
Just with boxing. Have you got a job in day?
Yeah, I work at Barnes Hospital.
What do you do?
It's like data collection and all that stuff.
You like it?
Georgie,
it fits in with
why don't you just say you like I don't know.
The stud?
Yeah, no, like
So you're a playboy?
No, like heart surgeon or something. You know what I mean?
We're trying to pick you up here.
You're trying to send me job shit, aren't you?
You still have us round Barnsley on a Saturday night knocking people out.
I'll remember for next time.
Alright, listen, all the best.
Cheers, pal.
Nice to meet you. I know I've seen you sparring, not bagging that. You're the real deal, mate.
Yeah, cheers, pal.
Cheers.
I'm here with Does Brian, yeah? You with them, mate? Yeah. I'm here with Sergio Bomber. How you doing, man?
I'm good, thank you.
Right.
How are you?
Friend of mine called Terry Chaplin Down. How are you doing, Sergio? How long have you been training with Josh and Mick now, then?
I think it's about now. I think between 3 or 4 weeks. Between 3 or 4 months now. I think
3 or 4 months, yeah. Now you're happy?
Yeah,
you like
sure.
it, yeah.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Were we training before here?
Yeah, I used to train here before when Steffi went here before.
Yeah.
So and then when Steffi moved to gym.
You stayed here?
Yeah.
And who's the hardest fight that you've had, Serge, in your career?
My hardest fight I did have, it was with JJ Makeup.
JJ Makeup? Did you lose, yeah?
Yeah, I did lose, yeah.
That was a tough fight.
Yeah, that was.
What weight was that at?
It was 11 stone. I think it was 11 stone that day.
Middleweight, yeah. But what you normally welterweight?
Yeah.
You're welterweight?
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to fight at there?
I think it's still going to be 11 stone in this fight coming up.
Yeah. What country are you from, sir? Because you've got a bit of an accent there, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm from Cameroon originally.
From Cameroon,
yeah?
Yeah. And how did you get over into England then? Did you go to Olympics or something?
Yeah, I went in London 2012. I mean, that's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then
6 years ago, isn't it? 6 years ago.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, something like that.
2012?
Yeah.
And then did you just not go back?
No, I didn't.
Did you come over with the kid from up north?
No.
Did he come over with Jaffa's fighter? Yeah. Tommy Lee, I forgot his name now. Thomas Somba, yeah. I've actually been in back of a Range Rover, me and Thomas.
Yeah.
And Jaffa were driving, he took us 100 mile an hour through Sheffield Atlantically.
Yeah.
Flying me to death. And that was the first time I met Thomas.
Yeah.
Going to his fight that night and he beat Dennis's lad. Yeah. Remember at Magna? Yeah. Well, he beat one of Dennis's. I'm trying to think. Well, he did, yeah. Stopped him, didn't he?
Yeah.
But he's your friend then, is he?
Yeah,
you speak to him much?
Yeah, we speak too much all the time. We phone each other. And then we talking all the time. Yeah. Basically, most in the weekend. Yeah. Just to try to check how each other going.
Do you prefer it living in England to Cameroon then, yeah?
Well, yeah, true, yeah, sure.
In the much over on that country, boxing wise, there's not many gyms.
Yeah, it's not many gym, but the problem is about the boxers don't too much have a
it's
lot
of big sport like in England.
Yeah, so they don't have enough opportunity over there. So, you know, when one of them is something like outside the Cameroon is explode, you know.
Yeah.
So,
brilliant. Yeah. So when's your next fight then, sir?
My second fight is 22nd September.
22nd September?
Yeah, in Manchester.
Manchester, yeah. And who shows that on?
I'm not sure, I don't really know. But
who shows you on next, mate? Who shows you on next, Serge?
Yeah, he's on Pat Barrett's show in Manchester.
Oh, you're fighting on Pat Barrett's show, 22nd September?
Yeah.
Oh, well, do you know who you're fighting?
Oh, well, I think they have sent me his name on...
yeah, but you don't know, you can't remember.
Yeah, but I can't remember. But
you're looking forward to the fight, yeah?
Well, sure, I'm looking forward for that because this is a big opportunity for me. And you know, this type of opportunity, that's the one who I do love it because, you know, when you have this type of opportunity, you have to take that with your both hands and then save that. And then from there you will see probably a lot of opportunity will come later. You never know.
That's brilliant, man. Well, listen, I won't keep you any longer.
Yeah.
It's been great talking to you, sir.
All right, thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
You're top man.
Oh, cheers. Yeah, see you later.
You look like that on the 15 months. We're joined by a young Poppy from...
Mick Wales. Oh, Swinton. No, Swinton, yeah.
How old are you, Poppy?
18.
18?
Yeah.
And how tall are you, about 5'7"?
Yeah, 5'7", 5'8".
What, you're going to be a boxing amateur, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, go on.
What do you do in day?
I work in retail, but then I obviously, not at all.
You like boxing though, don't you?
Yeah, love it.
3 times a week?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's brilliant. You look very shy. You like training though, right?
Yeah. I've just had, I trained before and had a few bouts. I had a few bouts before because I was training here before when it was Steffi's gym. And I've had a year and a half out, and I'm just getting back in, getting my fitness up and everything, and then fingers crossed I'll be fighting again soon.
You're looking forward to it?
Yeah, no.
You're a bit nervous.
Yeah.
Who's training you then? Is this Josh?
Yeah, Josh and Mick, yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant then.
Yeah.
Alright, well listen, all the best, Poppy.
Right, thank you very much.
You take care.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
That's Poppy, she's a bit shy.
Well, I enjoyed that. Few interviews there, some good. Press a button, don't you? Some good interviews there. Some young fighters. Put fucking lights on. There we go. Some good young fighters. They have keep fit classes there now. Had a good chat with Sir John Bomber. He's a nice kid. Terry Chappendama's mate. Yeah, good nice kids in there. No prima donnas in that gym. Some gyms you go to, they've got prima donnas in them, haven't they? Nice blonde waving at me there. Still got it for 48, haven't I? Yeah, enjoyed it in there. Good bunch. Good bunch of lads. I'm gonna just nip to the petrol station now. And oh, it's a minute. See what this sport button does. Woo! Not for me, these. Let's quick this for a little car. Yeah, I think that once that work's done in Mick Wales' gym there, Mickey's Athletic, once the work's done in the gym, I think it'll look nice. It looks like it's coming on a bit now. Yeah, I enjoyed it. People say, what do you want to mess about with going to gyms where there's amateur boxers, you need to go pros and that. Look, it's boxing, isn't it? You know, there's something about going to an amateur gym, isn't there, and coming out and nobody speaks money, do they? It's all, what's the word? It's back to roots sort of thing, isn't it? I'm not saying that I've got anything against professional games, because I haven't really spoke much about amateur boxing, have I? It's something that I don't really know much about. My friend Chris Smedley, he's an amateur coach, and he's obviously, and Terry Chappendama. When I speak to Terry, he always seems to mention Alan! Even my neighbours don't even recognise me now, do they? I speak to Terry Chappendama and he always goes on about kilos, 69 kilo that, you know, he fights at 75 kilo, I don't know any of that stuff. I know pounds, 168, 12 stone, innit? 11 stone 6 is 73 kilo, that's middleweight, you know, is it 73 kilo 0.6? I don't know, but I don't understand all that kilo business, but I'm gonna have to do, though. I don't know, I'll have to brush up on my amateur stuff, but I like that gym now. I think it's alright. It's a good old honest spit and sawdust gym. I can't understand why Steffi's gave it up. Obviously he wanted to move to a Flash Harry gym, but he's got a good gym now. He's probably best in area, apart from EIS, that's where Olympic team train, but his old gym there, what Mick and Josh have got, it's lovely. It's alright, it's a good honest gym. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So I go in that one? No, I'll go in this other one. But yeah, so just one of them things, and just going to finish this up now. And the traffic lights. But yeah, it's what boxing was on at weekend. I didn't even watch any at weekend, I don't think. That's what I wanted to talk about. Joe Joyce. He's left David A, hasn't he? Looks like it's all going wrong for David A, doesn't it? Got rid of David A, got rid of trainer. He's gone with Al Heyman. And what's the guy who trains Golovkin, isn't it? Sanchez or something, whatever he's called. Forgot his name now. But he'll teach him how to punch harder, won't he? Golovkin's trainer, I'd have thought. Because they all punch his fighters, don't they? Golovkin. He had Sergio Kovalev, didn't he? Abel Sanchez is called. He had Sergio Kovalev. He's a good fighter, isn't he? Sergio Kovalev. So that's good, isn't it? It's good. It's all good stuff, innit? All good stuff. It's all good stuff. But yeah, it's been an exciting couple of days for me. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a video out in one go for me entering the gym, and then I'll put a before I got to gym and leaving gym as one video as well. I could put other one in between, I suppose, and do it as one, couldn't I? Yeah, I suppose I could. That'd be alright, won't it? We'll do that. Let's do it all as one video, eh? Might get about 40 minutes then or something, I don't know. I can't remember how many minutes I did. About 20, might be about 40 minutes if we're lucky. But so I'm just going to fly in here now and get something to drink. I'll have to put some of these in. So leave it camera running too long then, aren't I? Oh, sod it. Well, 4-pack of Guinness. I only have one can down every other night. Just feel like having one. It's no big deal, is it? Other than that, I'm alright. Looks like they've gone on. So, fucking hell, seatbelt, forgot that. Why do we have these rules for seatbelts, eh? 100 quid if you don't wear your seatbelt now, innit? So, stuff up to my pals now. Leaf is in. I think that the Joshua fight against Povetkin, I'm just going to say now, I know I sound like a broken record, but Joshua really needs to crawl under a rock and go away, doesn't he? How embarrassing is he? How embarrassing is Joshua? Hey. What are you doing, woman? Jesus. Jesus Christ, man, give a license, woman. Joshua against Povetkin, 39-year-old, what's all that about? 39-year-old? I mean, come on. Jesus. Do I look like a lollipop? Hey, 39-year-old. I mean, how much longer are people going to put up with this? How much longer? It's beyond a joke, isn't it? Look at the 17 messages. Okay, I'll text you when I'm there, yeah? Alright, in a bit. How much longer is Joshua going to keep swerving Wilder? I mean, somebody said to me, oh, you don't comment on Tyson Fury. You know, just cashing himself in. But look, Tyson might be in shape of his life, but me personally, in my honest opinion, who's going to train for a full year and not get any rounds in? Seraph Zarifi, that wasn't even a sparring session. What is he going to learn against Pianetta that we don't know? He might be in shape of his life. He's gone long periods before when he was Peter Fury and come and done the business. But let's not forget, Vladimir he were an old man, wasn't he? You know what I mean? So as far as I'm concerned, he were an old man. No, and he got him at the right time. And he didn't have his ring floor. And otherwise, if it had been a promoter with who were naive, they'd have been fighting on that soft canvas, wouldn't they? So everything were really went well for Tyson, and he won a mandatory decision against Klitschko in his back garden, but he really schooled him, didn't he? But I just think he needs another year to be certain. Why risk it? But in my honest opinion, I don't think Tyson's cashing out at all. I don't think so. I think maybe Frank Warren saw that performance against Seraph Zarifi and thought, do you know what, let's get him in with Wilder before we lose him, because he's liable to jack at any stage. Maybe he's minding on job, maybe he's been affected by all last couple of years, 2.5 years out at game, because I don't know. I mean, he keeps saying he's been out at game for a year, but he started training about November, didn't he? So he's only really been out at game 2 years, and he really partying. So I don't know, really. I don't know, but I just think it's one of them things. I just think it's one of them things that you win some, you lose some, don't you? And he's just going to have to take his chance against Wilder. But will the fight happen? Is it all a bit? I don't know what to make of it. I know this much: it's put dampeners on Joshua's fight at Wembley because it's not sold out, has it? And looking at the stub about the distributing tickets and that, it looks to me like they might be having to put curtain up at Wembley to separate. They might have to put ring into a corner. God, how would Eddie Hearn's ego be able to cope with that? If they have to put ring into a corner, it'd be a nightmare for him, wouldn't it? Eh? It'd be a nightmare. But it is what it is, isn't it? But let's hope that Povetkin ices him. I don't want Joshua to win. Oh no, he's English, isn't he, Joshua? And the other guy's Russian. Well, let's hope that he gets the Yui Fury fight, Joshua. Let's hope Yui beats Pulev and then he knocks Joshua in a bar. Over 12 rounds. Because Joshua's there to be beat, isn't he? He's there to be beat. And Eddie Hearn knows he's there to be beat. He went life and death with an old man. Come on. Life and death with an old man. Vladimir. He couldn't get Parker out there. It's all hype because he looks the part, doesn't he? And everybody's falling for it, aren't they? But not me. Not Russell. I'm not falling for it. Not at all. But we're going to see, aren't we? We're going to see what happens. But we're going to see what happens. But it is what it is, isn't it? You know, it's one of them things. Right. Fucking. But you know, I think the best fight on the night is Matty Askins. I think Matty Askins' fight is the best fight on the night. That's what I think. I just think it's a good fight, Askin against Sokoli. I just think it's a good fight, and that's that. So, right, that's that. Now, anyway, I want to say I'm off now, but thank you to my sponsors, K Official and Ledger Frames of Cunningswood, Doncaster. Thank you to Matt and Jeremy, SAS Digital. Give me a call, Matt. And thank you to Ali at Churchill's Tailors, and thanks to Mick Wales and Josh for having me this last couple of days. It's been great. I'm going to come down again, give your fighters some exposure, and it gets them used to being in front of the camera, doesn't it? Even when I started doing this with camera just as an hobby, I was a bit of a mess. If you ask my friend Patrick Cummins, he's like, oh, you're never going to do it, you're hopeless. But now it's second nature, isn't it? After, you know, for 6 or 7 months, it's second nature. But so, alright, you take care, keep on trucking, and I'm off to see my pal now. You take care.